The smell of buttercream and sugar was thick in the air. I stood at the bakery counter piping lace onto a wedding cake, and I could feel the tears coming. Not the polite, dab your eyes kind, the kind that hits you hard and fast. Grief, breaking through the cracks you've tried so hard to seal. I set down the piping bag, wiped my hands, and walked quickly past the mixers, past the stacks of cake boxes, into the single stall bathroom. I closed the door and I cried. 10 minutes later, I washed my face, took a deep breath, and went back to work, only to do it all again an hour later. I wasn't ready, but I didn't know that until I was already there. Just a month after Gracie died, I took this job as the wedding cake decorator. I thought maybe, just maybe, it would distract me, that I could push the grief down, frost over the cracks, and keep going. But grief is not something you can bake out of your life. It rises no matter how tightly you press it down. Sometimes families would come in to order birthday cakes for their kids. I'd stand there smiling, nodding, listening to them describe the theme and the flavor, while inside I was crumbling. Because I would never order a birthday cake for my baby, not in the way they were. She would never blow out candles with frosting on her lips. Certain songs would come on the radio in the back kitchen, the ones that played in the hospital or in the car rides home without her, and my hands would shake. I would have to step away. All I wanted was to be home, holding her, but my arms were empty, and the kitchen was loud. I don't regret going back to work when I did, because I wouldn't have known if I was ready without trying. But here's the truth. I wasn't. In a way, I was lucky. This was a new job. No coworkers who had seen me pregnant. No customers who knew me as the expectant mom. No one asking, "How's the baby? Are you sleeping?" I didn't have to face those questions, but a lot of you do. And that's why I'm telling you this story. If you're new here, I'm Becky, and I help Christian moms rebuild their life after child loss through faith, purpose, and honest conversations. I walk you through grief and into a life that honors your baby and reflects God's calling on your life. I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and walk this journey with me. If you're standing at the edge of that first day back, here's what I want you to know. You are not broken. You are grieving. It is okay to cry in the bathroom stall. That doesn't make you weak. You can set boundaries. You can decide how much or how little you share. You can carry your baby with you in small, sacred ways. A necklace, a note, a name whispered in a prayer before you clock in. And if you realize you're not ready, you can step back. You are allowed to protect your peace. Whether you go back to work next week, next year, or never, you are still a mother, you are still showing up, and you are still loved by a God who will not leave you in this. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. Protect that peace. Hold on to it like the treasure it is. You are worth it. Here's the truth. You're not broken. You're grieving. That's not weakness. It's the most human thing about you right now. Trying to function in a world that keeps spinning while yours has stopped is one of the hardest, loneliest things you'll ever do. You might cry in the car before you walk in. You might feel like you're watching yourself from outside your own body. And when someone says, "I'm so glad you're back," you might want to scream. That's not you being rude. That's you surviving. If you haven't stepped into that building yet, pause, breathe, and do these 3 things. Number 1, name what's real. Say it out loud. I am still grieving. You are not the same person who left this job. Stop expecting yourself to be. Number 2, set boundaries ahead of time. You don't have to spill your heart to everyone who asks. Have phrases ready like, Thanks for asking, but I'm not ready to talk about it today. Or I appreciate your kindness. I'm just taking it 1 hour at a time. Number 3, loop in your manager if you can. Tell them what you're walking through. Ask if there's somewhere you can go if you need a moment. Sometimes just knowing you can step away makes it easier to stay. Maybe even come up with a signal that you and your manager use across the room from each other when you need a moment. Talk it through. Come up with that crazy, weird signal. When your manager nods their head and understands that you need a break, go take it. And when that day comes that you step into that office, remember, it's okay to cry. In the bathroom stall, in your car, at your desk, tears don't mean you're failing. They mean your baby mattered. Take breaks. Step outside. Feel the sun. Breathe air that isn't recycled from the office vent. Pray. Text a safe person. Even 5 minutes can keep you from drowning. Bring something tangible. If you need your baby with you, bring a necklace, a note, a keychain with their name. They are still yours and you can carry them with you. And the first time I laughed at work after Gracie died, I felt sick, like I was betraying her. But here's what I've learned. Joy is not betrayal. It's a sign you're still alive. It's a sign she's still a part of you because she taught you to love this deeply in the first place. A success is not checking every box on your to-do list. It's not holding it together all day. It's not being strong. Success today might be showing up, sending one email, making it to lunch before crying in your car. Grief changes your capacity. That's not failure. That's reality. And if you're not ready yet, if the thought of going back makes your chest tighten, maybe you're not ready. And that's okay too. You do not owe the world your timeline. Your peace is worth protecting, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. Whether your child lived minutes, months, or years, you are still their parent. You can say their name quietly before you start your shift. Wear their birthstone. Keep their photo in your planner. Let them be part of your workday in small, sacred ways. You're not stepping back into who you are. You can't. You're stepping forward, slowly, painfully, courageously, as who you are now. A mother who knows deep loss, a woman doing hard, holy things, a human who keeps showing up even when it hurts. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. Isaiah 43:2. Not if you pass through, when. When you pass through. God knew this moment was coming, and He's already promised you will not walk through it alone.